There has been a refugee crisis all the time if you ask most of the people in humanitarian organizations who deal with these problems. So when we talk about the specific refugee crisis now taking place in Europe, we are usually referring to the crisis that I guess reached its peak in 2015. This has been long in the making. 1,200,000 people have officially applied for asylum within 2015 alone. That means first-time asylum seekers, which means that it's a special year in that sense, and that's why we call it the refugee crisis, because of the magnitude of the problem. It's not that this problem didn't exist before. The US administration has been left out of this conversation in Europe, but it's clear that it's a very salient issue in the US. In the United States, we've seen periods where amnesties have been granted, but we also have seen periods where millions of people are undocumented immigrants and tolerated, in quotation marks, as such. Now, this is contested in this election, I understand. And that will be a very important issue in this election. Now, conflating the refugee crisis with the immigration issue that has been ongoing in the United States for decades would be a misconception and a misunderstanding, because those are two different processes. These people who are coming as undocumented immigrants to work here and to participate in the labor market in whatever way they are able to, they are not seeking asylum. That uprooting is a terrible experience for anyone. So we should think twice when we're thinking that these people are just leaving their countries for better opportunities. Most of them would not want to leave. From a global perspective, from an international perspective, you could definitely say that the United States could take more ownership of this problem. Some would say should take more ownership of this problem. But this administration has been trying to deal with these problems in a more multilateral way. And I believe that the plan is to let the European Union member states and the leaders of Europe deal with this with the help of the United States, rather than the United States being at the forefront of the solution of this problem.